You're now listening to the Zod and Drea podcast.
What's up, people?
Welcome, everybody, to another podcast.
Yeah, so welcome to the Zod and Drea podcast, where I am Zod and she is Drea.
I'm Drea.
All right,
Nice
cool.
to meet you guys.
I'm glad we got that out of the way, so now the introductions are finally done.
All the formalities.
All the formalities, so you know who we are and what we're about. This is a podcast, you're listening, so obviously you are interested in what we have to say, and thank you for that.
And hope to keep your interests.
Yeah. You know, we love the feedback, so, you know, if you don't give us that, then we're just going to go off on a tangent like we're about to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm telling you, one thing that I really liked, last week was really awesome because we had come back from our vacation.
Right. Which was great and so needed.
It was so great. It was needed, and it was just a lot of fun. We saw a lot of crazy stuff on the road, so if you didn't get a chance to see it, make sure you go to our website and look at our road trip video, because there you will be able to see a playlist of all of our videos where we documented pretty much the whole trip.
And wasn't there about like 12 or 13 videos?
Yeah, there are about 13 videos
Mm-hmm.
there. You know, some range for a minute long, some are maybe 3. I think one is 7. I think that's the Las Vegas one. So, but they're fun to look at, and you know, we're really glad that we did it so that we have something to refer back to. You know, that's a piece of our life.
Right, and we wanted to share it with you, and you were great at always reminding me to keep that in mind, because I know when I got in vacation mode, I didn't want to think about anything.
Yeah, and me, I like, you know, it's like, hey, let's just document a little bit of this. So go back to the website over at zodanddrea.com and make sure you check us out.
So what are we talking about today?
So today is going to be one of those really good days. On the political side, we obviously have something that's crazy over in Tennessee, which is birth control for a 30-day release prison time.
I don't even understand, but okay,
But
continue.
It's Tennessee, so who knows? I
Yeah.
mean, people don't make any sense over there. So on the entertainment side, what's the movie that we saw that we reviewed?
Planet of the Apes, the third and final installment of the trilogy.
And you got to say what it is. It's War 4.
Oh, see, I always forget which one's the beginning. It was like Rise of Planet.
Yeah, it's Rise and
Okay,
Dawn.
so let me read that. War for Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
Yay!
War for the Planet of the Apes. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you check that out. And also, finally, what we're going to be discussing is how can working out improve your relationship. So we're going to talk about both sides of the coin.
Yeah, this was really interesting to research and discuss among ourselves too.
Yeah, so this was fun. But other than that, I guess we might as well get underway and start off
Get
with
rolling with this
podcast. All right, so if you haven't seen this, we saw this. I saw this on Business Insider, but it's been making the rounds. This is really crazy what's going on in Tennessee.
So what we're finding out is that there is a law that's now. I'm not clear that if it's completely passed or not regarding the Tennessee jails. Where a judge is requesting for the shortening of sentences for inmates who get vasectomies or birth control implants. Shortening of your sentence. I don't know if this is for non-violent only offenders or violent. Either way, this is, I think, absolutely ridiculous.
The ACLU has been going crazy over this, which they should. I mean, basically what it is, and I have no idea how these are even relevant towards each other, but, you having children and you being in prison for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. Some people get set up for things. I mean, the justice system isn't exactly friendly for especially the people of color. So it's obviously a way of trying to cull control of people and like cattle, So what they're doing is inmates in Tennessee are getting up to 30 days off of their sentence for either a vasectomy or birth control that can at least, I think it lasts for either 4 or 5 years. I can't remember what it is, 4 or 5 years.
Not the IUD, but the...
it gets injected in the woman's arm.
Mm-hmm. It's that one where they just put right underneath the skin. What I read about why the judge thought this was a smart thing to do and to implement was his point of view was, well, it reduces then the crime rates. Look, if you want to reduce the crime rate, there's so many other things you can do. Why don't you help the people once they come out of the system and reducing recidivism by actually giving them a training, actually helping them get a job, get housing. That's how you can reduce the crime rate.
But they're not trying to reduce crime rate. I mean, people, they treat people like cattle, number one, in prisons regardless. I mean, that's their whole thing. They want to make sure they churn over and burn, turn and burn, so that they make dollars off of them. But, sure, some of them don't want to have a repeat of what's going on, so they try to reduce either a poverty rate or they try to reduce whatever food goes in the mouth of the poor by saying, yeah, you know what, you get arrested a lot, so we're going to wind up just pretty much cutting your balls off or your ovaries out so that you can't have kids and produce. And one thing is, okay, you get a vasectomy, and like one of the things on Business Insider had stated, but you get a vasectomy, sure, if you're like 85 years old, fine, cool, I'll take 30 days off. But if you're 18 years old, and sometimes they aren't reversible, then that can impact the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, what is that supposed to do? Yeah, and people go, it's reversible. Like, sometimes it isn't.
Yeah.
And, women who aren't getting any kids, I mean, it's crazy. They said that already 32 women have already volunteered and received the implant, while 38 men are waiting for vasectomies. So this is impacting them. They don't want to be in prison. It's almost blackmail. It's a really
they're
odd.
Not giving them a choice.
It's almost the government being Jigsaw. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, live or die.
Well,
make your choice. It's like, well, okay, you have one choice. You can either do this or that. They're both pretty much bad.
Well, and it wasn't too long ago that in the history of the United States, people of color were always tested on. I remember reading how a lot of women, and learned about how women that were either in insane asylums, mental institutions, or incarcerated were tested on constantly.
Yeah, a lot of black people. I know blacks have been tested on since we came,
population
since
control,
before, and that's what it is.
Population,
since, and then experimented all the way. I mean, if you haven't heard of the Tuskegee experiments, mm-hmm. Fooling black people, infecting them with syphilis, and then fooling them like they're gonna get some sort of a cure, but not doing it. People going in for the doctor and getting infected with syphilis, and then just seeing how the results are. This is it's the same thing. It's the same.
Another form of population
it's
control.
Population control of. You're not going to see white people getting this shit. Mm-mm. I mean, Tennessee, who knows? I would love to see the people who are in line to get this, and who they're really trying to target this towards, and who are the people in charge of this doing the targeting.
And where are all these pro-lifers at? Are they making even a scene about this? In Tennessee, the pro-lifer movement there was quick to try to shut down Planned Parenthood. That was offered that offers birth control. But you don't hear about them making a scream about this or crying about
this. You're right.
This.
And they're people are talking about Hobby Lobby and saying, Chick-fil-A. Where are they on this?
Where are they?
They're quiet. They're very quiet. This is how it is. It's like that's what happens when you get a lot of people in a political landscape who are about one thing, but they're just hypocrites on another.
Correct.
I mean, that's
we
just
know
how
what
it
you
is.
want.
So check it out. It's Business Insider. But let's get on to a happier note, and that's War for the Planet of the Apes.
War. How would I supposed to say it again?
War for the Planet of the Apes. It's war. So we basically start off with if you haven't seen the other two, Caesar is now full grown. He's got his own family. He's got 2 sons. He's got a wife. In the whole colony, he didn't ask to be the leader, but he is the leader of all of these apes now, who just want to be left alone in the woods. All they want to do is it's pretty easy to just leave us alone. We're not bothering anyone.
We didn't ask for nothing. Let's just be.
But now the simian flu is starting to ravage, which was also part of the last one, which is one of the big things. Humans were getting wiped out because of the simian flu, and instead of, I guess, working on a cure for whatever and just leaving monkeys alone, they're going over there, running over to them to try to kill them, as if that's going to really do anything.
And again, the result of the simian virus is Simian virus is that they lose humans lose their voice, right?
They're losing their voice. They're almost. It's almost like a switch if you really think about it. It's monkeys are becoming more intelligent, whereas humans are becoming not less, but they're getting more simian. Mm-hmm. So they're just how today monkeys can't speak. That's what humans are. That's the first thing, and they're losing their voice, and they're becoming a little bit more primitive. Mm-hmm. And since the monkeys are being more intelligent, that's where the divide. It's exactly what's happening now, and how we treat monkeys is how they're being treated. But all they want to do is be left alone in the woods. So, the one son comes back to Caesar, after he's been on his journey, and he wants to tell them about this new land that he found, that he wants to take the whole tribe. But this is after they were just assaulted and attacked by humans. who should just leave him alone. They killed, they of course they're going to protect their home, but the survivors that they had, they told him, go back, go to your colonel, tell him to leave us alone. We don't want anything. You living is us showing mercy. Just go, leave us alone. Colonel doesn't listen.
And the colonel is a mean son of a gun.
Played by Woody Harrelson.
Such a mean bastard. Oh my god.
Played by Woody Harrelson, and he's just a son of a bitch. So he wants to go and do the job himself. Shit gets really fucked up in the monkey lair that same night. So they didn't even have a chance to plan to go into the land that where they wanted to move into, and it just lights a fire under Caesar to the point where revenge becomes his whole motivation. Revenge to kill the colonel. And so he goes and sets out on a mission to set all of his colony out to go to the new land, while he was headed alone at first, but then a couple of them joined him in order to find the colonel and kill him.
Right. It's kind of cool, too, how they come across another monkey or another ape, I guess, that was in a zoo, too, and how his evolution was. And
because his evolution, he was also evolved a lot. And they call him Bad Ape.
Bad Ape.
But it's sad how he got that name, because that's how the humans taught him. Bad Ape. But I like Bad Ape because he was silly and simple, but when he had to hit his brave moments, he hesitated. But when he had to pull through, he had to pull through.
Oh, it pulled at my heartstrings.
Little guys.
I got so emotional. I couldn't.
And then of course, there's a little white girl, who Maurice fell for, and looked like she was really quiet as well, and they took her on the journey. But thanks to her, a lot really happened. So if you have a chance, definitely check out the movie, because I think it's really great. And what we did after we came home, which was Andrea's suggestion, was to watch the 1968 version of Planet of the Apes with Charlton Heston, and just look at the old film to see how this played in. And it was really good. They
did such a good job.
They did a good job. It actually does play into the 1968 film. Some things are going to be different, but they really put, like, Nova and Cornelius.
Cornelius. What is it? Well, and how the virus takes over.
The virus, and how the humans that are remaining, and how it really evolved. Because in the 1968 version, it was humans who escaped Earth, and they went to sleep for 18 months, only to crash land on a planet that looked a lot like Earth, but it was inhabited by monkeys who were running things and treating them like they were primitive.
Charlton Heston is such a chauvinistic asshole.
He's such an asshole.
He's such an asshole.
What a prick. But man, it really did tie in. War tied in really well with this.
It was good. So go watch it, and the special effects
Please
are
listen
amazing.
carefully.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Zod.
And I'm Drea.
And we want you to check out the Zod and Drea podcast every Tuesday.
Where can everybody find us at?
You can always check us out on www.zodanddrea.com.
Where else?
You can always check us out also on Facebook at Zod and Drea.
Instagram?
Zod and Drea.
Snapchat?
Zod and Drea.
YouTube?
Zod and Drea.
I see a pattern.
So if you haven't caught that, catch us at Zod and Drea on all the social networks. But also, make sure you subscribe to the Zod and Drea podcast. Where?
At zodanddrea.com.
And also on YouTube and iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio. We're coming for you.
Let us know what you think. And if you want to be a guest, reach out to us.
And put all of your input into whatever our topics are for the week. So we hope to check you out and see you there.
Bye.
All right, what are we talking about today?
And we're back.
It took my phrase. We're back.
So we're going to talk about how can working out improve your relationship. Ironically enough, we got to go to the gym after this. But the thing is, we like to work out. So we go to Planet Fitness over here near where we live, and like to get it in, just like a lot of other people do. And we see couples in there every once in a while. Usually it's individuals, but, sometimes you see couples. And, it's good. You guys work out. Like, what we do is we wind up pretty much at the door. We sign in and we split up and do our own thing until it's time to leave. So we may work out for about an hour, and that's about it. But we do our different exercises. We do our thing.
Right. And we switched it up because last year we were doing a lot of half marathons, so that kept us very active.
Yeah.
This year we're probably going to do more half marathons towards the end of the year.
Yeah, you'll hear about that.
This way we decided, and especially because it's so freaking hot in Arizona right now, you can't even be outside to do anything.
Yeah, and we're not traveling all over the place to go and do them right now, so.
Yeah, so it just made more sense for us to get committed to a gym that we both liked and we were comfortable with. So Planet Fitness seems to be working for us.
Yeah, it's working. It's really good. It's fun, and you work it in, get your sweat on, and then you leave. No big deal. But some people are talking about how. I mean, not to get on a racial thing, because that's what we were talking about, and that's what really did it on what races are actually in the gym more. And I guess it depends on where you are and where it's located. But, we were also wondering what kind of couples, just as a couple, who benefits, do you two as a couple benefit and how? Mm-hmm. And then, there's also the other side of the coin about who doesn't benefit. And, do you guys, start fighting and stuff? So, you want to get into it and see what happens?
Yeah, so we'll first go into what the benefits are, right? And from what we've seen from people. And from different articles, different magazines, different blogs that have all kind of rated on reasons why it's great and beneficial for a relationship to work out together. One of them, it improves then the efficiency.
Are you trying to read mine? Where's your phone?
Mine's right here. I thought we were sharing. See?
No, read your. Yeah, why are you stretching? This is my stuff. Anyway, on Psychology Today, one of the things they say is it's positive for you to work out with your partner, and it's all it's very healthy is because it increases the happiness with your relationship. So they say that lab studies show that after jointly participating in an exciting physical challenge or activity, couples report feeling more satisfied with their relationships. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like a bond. Right. So, you work out, you do your thing, you see her working out, you're doing your thing. It's like, okay, cool. It's something that we did together. It's an activity that we did. It's just like when we ran together. We do our run together, and, you would mess up my times. But,
I told you.
I crossed the finish line like an hour later than I usually do. But, it was the fact that we did it together, and we had a medal that we shared, and it was an activity. But even if I'm coming in damn near last in my age group, thanks to you.
Look, you could have gone on your own. It's fine with me.
Telling you. It's also a good story, and it's something that we can always look back and laugh at. And looking at our medals on the wall, we have a story to tell. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I think working out just kind of does it, increases your happiness because you can laugh about it, and, it's not a big deal. What do you have?
Another one is you both feel supported. So whatever goal it is you're trying to reach, maybe you're trying to increase your stamina. Maybe you're just trying to lose some weight, or maybe you just want to even maybe improve the amount of weight you lift. Either way, by doing it together, you can, support each other with that. And again, as a couple, staying in shape together, but also getting that support of, person I'm with, they're cool with this and they want to help me achieve. And you also keep each other accountable in that too. Again, if you have a certain goal that you want to achieve and that person that you love is there with you, then you both can then just kind of call each other out like, I think you're doing great with that, but you could lift more. Or, you did that cardio for 10 minutes, but I think you can do it for 5 minutes more. Not pushing, but keeping each other accountable and supporting each other.
Yeah, you can do that and support. I mean, me, I like to go a little bit harder, but, Dre is all, if you point something out that she thinks is a flaw, then I'm in the doghouse, so I got to just...
What are you talking about?
I'm not going to say it on here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not going to say it on here.
Yeah.
If I say something, she starts yelling at me or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's like, that support...
Because there could be a different approach to it. That's what it is.
When you do your support, make sure you use kid gloves. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you'll be leaving the gym alone.
Right.
And she got the car keys.
Yeah.
Don't be looking at me like that. One of the things in Psychology Today they have is to improve the efficiency of your workouts. So not just support, but to improve the efficiency of. So a long-standing concept in social psychology is that the mere presence of someone affects your ability to do an activity. So, this is also funny because this could also be in the sense of if you're single. Why are your eyes all big? So you're like, why are you looking like that? So think about it. Like, guys do this a lot. If they're in the eyes and presence of someone, the efficiency of your workout improves. So yes, you can do that with a couple, but imagine if you're single. So you're at the gym, you're lifting your weight, and then you see some girl who looks fine. What do?
I'm not a guy, and I don't really pay attention
Think
to what's
about
going
it.
on
Idris
around
Elba
me.
is over there working out, and then what do?
Drop my weight and go say hi?
No, women are stupid. No. Well,
What?
guys...
We're not stupid. You guys are the stupid ones.
Here's what guys do. Here's what guys will do.
Because she ain't paying attention to you.
Because you know the damn answer.
Yes.
What does the guy do?
Oh my God. He starts puffing out the chest.
Exactly.
Bigger.
That's what it is. He improves the efficiency of his workout. Now, he probably gets injured.
Or he hurts himself.
And then he probably gets injured. But he improves it, and he can at least see what he does, So it's like you get your girl that you kind of impress her a little bit, like, yeah, look, baby, like, 80 pounds, cool, but look at me do 240 and rip my bicep muscle.
So you're just
dislocate
your joints.
But look at
but
me
you
still,
look
but
great.
still, but I feel great, So that's what some moron will probably do. But that's what but naturally that's what someone does. I mean, you see guys in there all of a sudden, they're pumping. You see a girl, man, all of a sudden he puts on an extra 3 stacks. You're going to kill yourself, dude. But, at least he can see what weights he can lift to. And,
Correct.
After he gets out of the hospital, he can, get back over there.
Did you find any cons about why it's not a good idea to not work out with each other?
Oh, is that what you're looking at? Now you want to see why they shouldn't. Now, according to prevention.com.
Prevention.com.
And of course, it's called prevention. Like, yeah, right. It says exactly what I just said. Exactly what we just said.
Same thing?
Number 3, competing could get you hurt. It's funny, but look at the example they say about women. I'm talking guys, but it's like I've seen women injure themselves from trying to lift weights that are too heavy just in order to keep up with their workout buddy. Even though that's true, okay. But why? Like, women are usually the smarter ones that are saying, like, I'm not doing that, but the guy's the one who's going to hurt himself ripping
But I've seen women hurt themselves when it comes to the group classes.
I can see that when they're keeping up with everyone else.
Keeping up with everyone else. Women can be very competitive when it comes to, like, yoga classes.
But that's just it. Are they competitive with the instructor or with themselves, or is it with other women?
With other women.
See, that's kind of a weird dynamic. It's like with other women. So do they also do it, do you think, with other women for the attention of a man in the room?
No, because in a lot of it's more of who can I be better. And I've seen this and being, okay, I'm just going to say it, right? I'm usually like the 10% in a yoga class woman of color that's attending the class, right? So when you're in the class, for me, I'm just in the zone. I don't care. I want to be safe. I'm in the zone, right? I'm there for my ADHD and all that other stuff, right? But I've had other women approach me saying, hey, how come you did it you did that pose that way? Why didn't you do it this way? And they're not the instructor. They just happen to be somebody that would just approach me. And I'm like, because I want to do it this way. And I've seen, too, with women, then if you move it a certain way and if the rest of the class is in the way, all of a sudden the other class will shift. If one person happens to be shifting one way, it's so weird. And I'm just like, women, stop. Just do your thing. Listen to the instructor. If you listen to them, you wouldn't be hurting yourself. You would all be in sync, and you wouldn't look stupid. No, Mary Lou next to you doesn't give a shit about what you look like or what's going on. Stop competing and just take care of you.
Yeah, exactly. So I think people should just do you. Like, and that's what it is. It should be a do you, but you have a support system with you.
And I've heard instructors when I've done like other group classes tell women, stop competing with each other. Like, they'll start off the whole class saying that. It's so crazy.
Let's see what another one is. Another con where they're saying that couples should not work out on prevention is you can't change your routine as easily. So saying you promised to hit up yoga class, but now you're craving a hardcore weight session. Making the last minute switch isn't as simple as you already made plans with your partner. So to me, again, I think that's just a choice that somebody makes. It's like, okay, it's true. I'm not the biggest yoga guy in the world. You've asked me 1,000 times.
But you're good at it.
I've gone a couple times, and yoga's no joke, people. I'm gonna tell you something. If you want to work out, do yoga. You think it's just a bunch of hippies just hanging out, which it is. But those hippies are doing some shit, and it's more than just lifting weights. They are no joke if you want to get flexible. But going to a yoga class, whatever, doing your thing. It's like if I feel like pumping some iron, I'll go and do that instead. But, changing your routine, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing or it's a con because it's nothing that you have to do.
Right. But in a lot of what fitness instructors, will even support the idea of you need to change your routine so your muscles change it up too. You don't want to get bored.
Yeah.
So changing up your routine actually helps you stay committed longer to your fitness goals.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what do you have on the positive?
Positive, it's all really based on just how it's supporting each other. It's really all the same. It's really kind of cool to see about how that, and of course, one of the biggest ones that I've seen here, the most popular support is that sex improves.
That's what they say. Like the sex improves, depend on me. I'm like, maybe it does, but I'll be getting so freaking tired. Like I'm like sex improves. Like what are you talking about?
That was one time we worked out and it was like, ow, I'm sore. Are you sore? I'm sore.
I'm like, what are you doing? Sex improves. Yeah, maybe in the long run after you guys are, maybe lifting your partner up is the workout, but it's like. After a workout, who wants to have sex after a workout? What are you doing?
Stinky
that means you tired. That means you didn't work out at the gym.
You got any energy left?
That means you didn't do anything at the gym. You stood around taking selfies, and then you're like, oh, let's go back and go to sleep. Please. I mean, I guess so. Whatever. I think basically it hardens up your body and makes everything else cool. Like that's cool.
Another thing, this was interesting that one survey found was that it's easier to decide where to go on vacations. Now, this is interesting because, and I guess it goes with for couples that maybe one wants, like traditionally would want to let's say go to like stay in the room and be lazy and not be active. For couples that work out, they really would want to go and are geared towards more vacations that they're active. And they agree upon it versus having to coerce somebody to do it constantly. Like, oh, come on, let's do that hike, or come on, please. You both are going to agree more to do more activities together on vacations and plan that. And that I can see because I know we try to do that.
Mm-hmm. They also have, running into that, they have increase your emotional bond. So when you work out together, you create a context in which you can coordinate your actions. For example, you might lift weights in rhythm with your partner, match your own walking or pace. So that's if you do it in tandem with. I mean, we separate in the gym. So the way that we do it is we get in the gym and we just do our own thing. I'll do maybe run for walk or run 20 minutes on the treadmill. And then I'll hit the bike for 5 miles, and then I'll go and lift some weights or something like that, just to stretch out. Like I want to stretch out more than anything. You'll lift some weights. You'll go and hit the metal and lift that up, go side to side, do your thing, do your planks, and I'm not doing planks. She's not going to hit the hard weight, so we just separate and we just have a time that we meet over in the front again. It's like, hey, you're done? Yeah, I'm done. Cool.
Yeah, done. I know, maybe we'll make some faces and,
Yeah, that's about it. But, I'm sweating so much, things are getting in my eyes and burning up.
Right?
I'm like, I don't have time to try to be sexy.
Yeah, I'm focused. I don't really care. No, I'm totally focused.
Yeah. So, let me see if I can find another one because prevention has a couple of funny ones. Look at this.
What?
So they got on prevention.com, number 7 is your partner's results could bum you out. So this is one of the reasons they're saying that you shouldn't do it, because your partner's results could bum you out.
That's rude.
That's only, what are you doing? Are you both competing to, bench press 300? What are you doing?
Wouldn't you want to be supportive of your partner?
You think so.
Results?
And that's what I usually see in the gym. It's usually like, don't lift more than you do. You get a good workout. It's almost like somebody who's being a trainer. Mm-hmm. One person may have a skill level that's going to be higher than yours. So I don't see why that's going to be a negative in you trying to reach your goals.
And you are physically built differently than I am. You're going to lift heavier weights than I will.
Unless you're competing. Unless you're if you compete and then you really want to be a bodybuilder, then but if we're just at the gym, like most people are, just chilling and working out, just to release the stress or just get that muscle build for the day, then I don't think that. So I think there's more. I think there's more positives than negatives.
Yeah.
I think the negatives are silly. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. Go work out with your partner. Mm-hmm. Work out with your partner. Reflect back and let us know how it works out for you.
Or
what
why
do you think?
don't like it.
Yeah, or why you don't. Yeah. Real quick, I think I know why some brothers don't like it, because they like to see what's in the gym. They like to get their flirt on. That's what it is.
I know ladies that like to do that too. So
I think that's one of the things. People stop lying. I know that's why you do it. Hey, I look. Everybody looks, but sometimes you wonder what the cooch smells like.
Ew, gross. No, you see the ass, the way you call it, the sweat and the ass crack on the guy. I'm
and
like,
the ball grease. His ball grease. It's like, who wants to smell that? But I guess people can take showers if they want.
Nasty. So gross.
Anyway, check us out on ZodAndrea.com. Also Instagram, Facebook, at ZodAndrea, Snapchat, the whole 9 yards. So we're on Stitcher, and you can also obviously check us out on iTunes, YouTube, and Google Play.
And on YouTube, check out our vacation videos.
Yeah, which is also on ZodAndrea.com. We have a playlist right there. Look for the road trip post, and you will be able to see all of our adventures right there. But we're going to be making sure that we post a lot more videos in the future.
Until next time, guys.
All right, take it easy.
Bye.
Peace.